I wasn't gonna say that, but that's
Well, all there is just
seems that way.
the audio stream, and that's about it.
Okay, we are streaming on YouTube with 0 frame drops.
Like, what's the point of these dead channels? Just logged in for 2 years, just doing the silly little fake stream.
Let's go.
I mean, I've
Uh,
proposed to Larry killing those off, but he said it really doesn't like cost anything in terms of bandwidth to stream those. So I don't know.
But it doesn't cost anything. You just have like a dead channel streaming on your site, though.
Now
It's
I
like,
need to,
I
I need
don't
to
know.
go in and re-edit.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like what we really need is just people is like some PR and a little bit of social media to kind of get it in front of people. The thing is, these days it's a lot harder because there's so much competition in the streaming game these days. So
I was like, how long will Camup even stay up for?
I mean, here's the thing. At this point, I think Larry's just kind of accepted Camup for whatever state it's in. He just kind of has fun running it, so that's why he keeps it going at this point.
It's a hobby.
Exactly, and it's his baby. You know what I mean? Like, what bigger project has Larry like put his? I don't know what he does. Maybe he has done bigger projects like in a career or something, but like making a streaming site. How many people can say they've built a streaming site from the ground up and have run it for 8 years?
All right, let's see if this
Say
actually
they built
works.
a streaming site from the ground up and it.
Okay, that works. And I'm going to link you guys to the.
I don't even need a link. I'm subscribed to the channel.
You subscribe to the channel?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. So toss up right in my subscriptions.
I don't get it. I'm not getting any frame drops on YouTube.
Another group.
Like I said, I'll send an email to Larry to restart the video 3, but I don't know why you always have so many issues. I really don't get it because it doesn't make any sense because no one else really has the problem when we stream. Like I can literally stream all day Saturday, high settings, all day Tuesday, high settings, and not a single frame drop. And it's the same server. So like if it was the server doesn't process my stream and a different stream, differently. It's the same software, the same hardware. You know what I mean? So
of course, you got to understand that my packets take longer than you. My packets have to go all the way around to Germany, and that's a long ways.
Okay, that's my choice.
Okay, Larry's been trying to find a data center for like in the U.S. or even I told him even let's find North America, but apparently they're all like super expensive over here.
To go from the west side of the United States all the way to Germany, that's a long ways.
Just a bit.
Now, of course, you're assuming that they're going all the way across the U.S. There's multiple ways they can cross signals. You could go across the Pacific.
All you have to do is ping the server, and then you can see the path.
Because I know
not really. I mean, you can ping. You can get that with a ping. You can. I mean, you could do like net trace. I think it's called. That'll show you the path. But you can do just pinging it by itself. All you'll see is the response time.
Oh,
my ping is bad going to Camup. That's for sure.
That's might be cops.
That's what I said. Typically, if you have the problem is if he does a continuous ping, Tim, he'll get what I got back in the wintertime, which was that in December and late November through December and into like mid-January, I just got perpetual non-stop frame drops no matter what I did. And I knew it was an ISP issue. And just as quickly as it came, I went from having like 10,000 frame drops a show to 0 like overnight. And it was after Comcast announced they were doing maintenance So that proves it was just a thing. And what I was trying to tell Aaron, to kind of it as well, that kind of proves that his is something ISP related, was that when he was in South Dakota, he didn't get any frame drops.
Oh, you did
The
it?
path, yeah, because the pathing, it's different routing, different ISP.
Cox is kind of
whatever reason Cox is routing whatever way that Cox is routing his signal through, it's not there's either some equipment malfunctioning along this path, or it's not a very efficient path, and it's causing packets to get lost on the way there. And evidently, they either haven't detected this problem, or
Cox doesn't detect anything. I've been on Cox for years, and they go down once a week.
And what I find interesting is YouTube streaming fine, other sites streaming fine.
And Aaron, you have to understand, YouTube is a absolute conglomerate. They've got data centers on every corner of the freaking globe. So they're going to have your signal is probably not even leaving Arizona. If it is, it's going the next state over. And if one data center goes down, they've got another one, and then they've probably got 5 more in the next state over from you. So,
YouTube,
but that's the type of infrastructure that when you are a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you can afford that infrastructure.
YouTube is
why can't Camup? God damn it!
Hell, we can't. Camup can't even afford the servers it's got, Tim.
I know.
Look, I know Larry has such
1,
fond,
2,
like,
3.
he would love, like, he has so much stuff that he wishes he could do, but no money to do it with.
Oh.
in other cases, Camup is a money pit.
As a lot of hobbies are. Let's be honest.
Does he even have any advertising on it?
He does, but I mean, most of us either use ad block or just pay for pro.
I use ad block. Cause
I mean, I use the ad block, but I do donate to Camup, so I don't really need the ads anyway. But you know, advertising money doesn't pay jack diddly anymore.
he only gets his diddly swat.
Got 3 watching now, so.
Well, you have 3 people in here. Maybe it's us 3. I'm not sure.
Well,
Let me
I'm there.
Let me see the
I might just
participants
duck out soon
here.
though, because my mother's going to be coming back soon.
It just shows me as a participant. It doesn't show anybody else.
Oh, how about that? As much as even though Aaron hates it when I mention this guy, my twin brother is watching Star Trek right now.
Okay.
I'm more of a Star Wars fan, damn it.
Yeah,
I know you are.
Tell him to watch it. Tell him to watch a better sci-fi. Tell him to go watch Star Wars.
Well, you've got more. There's been quite a few different sci-fi shows. I mean, you've got what is it? You've got it's another nice to get watched. Well, I didn't watch it very much. Babylon 5, and that series called Crusade. There's what was it? Stargate SG-1. What's another? Oh yeah, Andromeda, which I didn't watch. No, that's not sci-fi. I'm thinking Adventures of Hercules with Kevin Sorbo, but that's not sci-fi.
Did my subscriber count go up? I'm at like 624 subscribers now.
Oh, wow.
Tim, someone on eBay is selling a 10th gen i7 16 gigabytes of RAM Lenovo ThinkPad for $185. So many people don't understand. Like, do these people, they just really don't want it that bad that they'll just.
I don't know.
Or do people just not know what computers are worth?
Probably not.
Take their best guess.
What I like about YouTube is after this stream is done, it will actually automatically upload.
Well, that's neat. Although,
That's a very good thing.
Yeah, well, again, when you are YouTube, you can do that because you control the website. You realize no other streaming site can do that for you.
I was going to say, speaking of YouTube, I was watching. I was actually a few days ago. I was watching Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack on there, season 1, and they've the 9th episode of that season has been age restricted by YouTube now. It's a bit of a pain, but what can you do?
So as the title states, the last day of Pride Month.
Well, yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, I myself haven't. As far as I know, I mean, I was going to say, Aaron, you and Brandon are the only ones that I know that are in part of that. Part of that community.
Well, there's
Not
also
that I have
one
anything-
person that's
sorry,
part
go
of.
ahead.
There's also one person, Art, that's part of this community, and that other person is right here in
Oh,
this
right.
call too.
Hello.
I think. Oh, well, I don't know. I have to admit, I don't know Tim as well as you guys. You and Brandon, I mean.
Wait, what community were you talking about? I have to get something.
The
Well, we're talking about
LGBTQ community.
Well,
The what?
Well, I've heard. Sorry, go ahead.
The what?
The LGBTQ community.
Oh, yes.
As I said, I mean,
Because you
well,
have
mind you,
you have 3
thought this-
people that are a part of that community, Art.
well, like I said, I don't know. I don't know Tim as well as I know you and Aaron, you and Brandon, Aaron. So,
Fair enough.
but that's fine.
PayPal
I know
is
for a
pissing
little
me
while I
off.
had actually had a member of that community as a part of the once a week bike repair shop too. Although I haven't seen her in quite some time.
Oh, we got Corvette fan.
PayPal keeps saying when I'm trying to sign in for security reasons, you'll need to reset your password.
Oh, there he is. His microphone is
Why do
muted,
I have to
but,
reset my password? This password's
Unmute,
not that
Steven.
old. It's PayPal.
Does he know how to unmute?
No. Probably not.
Does he know how to unmute himself? Maybe I'll unmute him. You.
Remember, Aaron has to try to join the right channel for.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first challenge in many.
He's like, why am I shit working? Well, you gotta unmute,
And I-
buddy.
Hey, oh yeah, tomorrow I go to my local thrift shop for a volunteer shift. So we'll see what interesting stuff comes in there.
Are you unmuted, Steven?
He is now.
I cannot get my microphone to unmute on my tablet.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
We are.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Switch over to my
It's
iPhone.
he's got it now, so no problem.
Are you watching live on YouTube, Steven?
YouTube. Oh yeah, I didn't know you guys were doing Wi-Fi YouTube.
Well, Camup is having its
Time of the month.
having its yeah. Well, that's what
I think
was
it's
gonna
more
say,
like
that
Cox
way,
is
but that
having
works.
its time of the month.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, because it worked. It worked fine last Monday.
I was going to say there, Tim, if you want to know the story of the plane called Glacier Girl, just Google it. You should be able. It should pop right up. Remarkable story.
I'm busy at the moment.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you have to do it at this very second. All right, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're telling me I have to
I
do
am
it
not.
right now. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, well, you know.
I like to be a jokester sometimes. You know that.
Oh yeah, I used to be good at making people laugh too, but I've lost the knack, unfortunately.
All right, so tell me, hey, can someone explain this to me? This makes no sense to me. So I have MFA set up through an authenticator app with my password manager, right? But now in order to change my password, it wants to authenticate through it can do text message, they can call me, they can send me an email, they can confirm my credit card number or my social security number, but hey, that authenticator TOTP token, no need for that.
What's that? We
I
don't
can-
need that at all.
Oh, I can even send them my photo ID, Tim. Anything but the TOTP token.
Oh,
It's not good enough for them.
speaking
Someone
of
trying to
T38,
sign into my PayPal or something? Is that why they're doing this? Oh, now it wants my TOTP token. Oh, no, wait. No, it doesn't. Now it wants the code from my phone.
Oh, there you go.
Pop-out
Speaking of the-
chat here actually
Ah!
works.
I might.
I blame
might find-
Elon for this.
He blames Elon.
Hey,
Well, the
Elon
must-
was one of the founders.
Oh,
Listen,
he is one of the founders of PayPal. I forgot about that.
That's where he got his fortune from.
The
No,
pop-out,
I don't know
Yeah.
how he still has it, to be honest with you.
the pop-out
You know,
chat on
Mr.
YouTube
He hasn't
actually
found the
works.
PayPal fees.
Ugh.
PayPal fees. That's how he makes his fortune. It's PayPal fees.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't
oh.
have stock in it anymore.
Ah,
I'm pretty sure. They kicked him out of the board of the. The board fired Elon as from PayPal back in the day.
I mean,
You know why?
why?
Because he tried to rename it to X, and the board told him he was out of his fucking mind and fired him.
Gee, why didn't they do that with Twitter? Why didn't they fire him from fucking Twitter?
They bought that.
Because he's the owner, so they can't
That's
fire
what I'm
him.
gonna say.
Oh yeah, you can't fire the owner.
Oh my God, Tim! PayPal, the password has to be between 8 and 20 characters long. How
It's-
dare you have a secure
Well, that's the
password that is
minimum.
brute force?
I want it
proof?
to be password 1234.
I don't know if that's
seriously,
gonna
how
work.
dare why do sites cap their password? Don't they know that the goal these days is to have a strong password? The more characters, the
Surprisingly.
better.
Don't.
Yeah, my password I think is like 18 characters long.
Oh, look, I guess I should grab popcorn fair.
That's up to you. I don't know.
The one I have for my password manager, Tim, is over 30 characters long.
Not.
Oh no, I like to have them. I like to have passwords I can remember in my head.
Oh, I do remember this one in my head, Tim.
Oh wow, I could not remember a password like that. That's
I'm
low.
having a hard time on that
So
one.
what the trick is, Tim,
Well,
right? You pick 3 random words that have nothing to do with each other, but words that you can remember, and then you put them together, and there's your password.
Yeah, I do something very unsecure. My last name is in my password.
Oh, I mean, you might as well just make it password 1, Tim.
No. Then it's 4 random letters at the front, random numbers at the back. Oh, so it's like, I can.
But basically, that's what I've started to do now is do like the random words thing. But the trick is they have to be random and not connected. So that way, even if they guess one of the words, they won't be able to put them together to get anything. So it makes it quite
Okay.
secure. And with it being 30 characters, it'll only take them like the age of the universe to crack that one with brute forcing.
Oh, well, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to check my sign-in logs to see why PayPal put me through this torture.
It could just be something as simple as not logging in for a long time.
I'm pretty sure I
Is
was
that
just in this
possibility?
last week because I ordered pizza through Domino's and I usually use PayPal for it.
Oh, I know
my
this.
God, why does it keep wanting a code?
It's 10 through 12. We're showing.
Like, why even bother having two TOTP? Like, why?
Yes, the lovely text message code.
It's like I have TOTP. Why? Why?
What is? I don't know. I just use.
TOTP, that's the ones that's like has those like 6-digit codes that regenerate every 30 seconds.
Oh, I just use text messaging.
Yeah, so like the TOTP is like the more modern one because number one, SIM swapping doesn't work on it. And two, because the codes regenerate every 30 seconds, even if you manage to compromise one of them, you would have to use it like instantly, or else it's useless.
Luckily with Metro, if you have to initiate a device change on the account first, you can't just put them into a phone and it works.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, Tim. I put my, the like anti-SIM swapping protections on this when I first.
Yep. Unblock. We have that. The Metro. It's good to have. I mean, I don't have it on, but I mean, because it makes device change aggravating.
I'm just gonna go ahead and remove. I just removed everything that was labeled as an unknown device and only kept the stuff that's got like Firefox sign-ins.
Yes.
Because if it's Firefox, I know it's probably from me.
Yep. I don't use Firefox. I mean,
now if it says it's from a Crapple product, then we know we got a problem.
Yeah. No, I don't use Firefox on my iPhone because it's crap.
It is good on Android though.
Oh, I know. I just use Safari.
That's all I use on my iPhone is Safari.
With AdGuard.
I don't use anything else except for Safari.
So it still says my authenticator app is the primary mode of authentication, yet it did not ask for it one time.
So weird.
What I didn't get is why would Southern Fried Radio come into my Camup chat?
Well, he probably thought that we forgot about that time when his his wife spammed all that homophobic shit into the Camup chat. Like, no. Like, that's a lifetime ban right there. You ain't gonna spew hate in my chat and think you're gonna come tune into shows. I'll put up with a lot, but I ain't gonna put up with that.
The problem with Camup's ban system is the bans do expire. And
that's why I keep going in and re-upping them. Every time I make a setting change, I re-up the bans to...
Larry needs to come up with a system to where once a person is banned, they stay banned.
Well, I agree with that.
No expire, no nothing.
You dumb. Not.
All right, now that I'm finally I'm successfully signed in to this stupid PayPal, let's see if it actually works. Tim, PayPal wanted to make me work for this.
Robin's in
work for what? What are you trying to do?
13 through 15.
What are you trying to do, Brandon?
But the
Robin's in the YouTube chat.
You shall find out, Tim, and probably
set line again. Oh yeah, seek and ye shall find.
I think I'm gonna go take a nice nap now. I'm just kidding.
1, 2, 3.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. I don't know.
Oh no, there you go.
What is it with all these companies and their obsessions with bank accounts all of a sudden? It's like if you send it with the debit card, it's $5.23 fee. If you send it with the bank, it's free.
Wait. It should be free to send me money. Just do it under friends. Family, what the hell?
That's what I picked.
And it's making you pay a fee now?
I think so. I think PayPal's cheaping out on us, Tim.
PayPal used to be free when you used to send it via friends and family. And they're going to charge me a fee when I transfer it to my bank. Yes.
You know, look, Tim. Corporate America, they gotta make an extra billion this year because they don't have enough fancy yachts, super yachts.
Yes, that makes complete sense. How could I be so careless, not think about?
It's like, hey, wait, I'm the CEO of PayPal. I've got a luxurious mansion, a super yacht, and probably a private jet, but I need another one just for shits and giggles.
I got $170 from someone. Nice. Very nice.
Must have been maybe it was the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, it was nice. Somebody just sent me a donation of $170.
You know what? You know what's funny? I'm actually streaming this in high definition right now.
Yes.
I have it set to the highest high definition setting. It will go like 1080p.
Oh yeah, Tim.
Whoa.
I don't think you were here when I was talking about it on what was it, Friday or whatever. So with the micro server that I got, I've been thinking of doing a little experiment. I want to see if I can make my own little video server and fire up. See if I can. And it won't be a permanent thing. It would just be for shits and giggles. Fire it up a couple times, do some test streams because obviously I don't have the internet to be a data center over here. But I mean, I probably could at work, but I don't know how happy they'd be for me running a video stream from their internet.
So let me get my label printer fired on up.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to see if I can get a video server running. See if I can do like a test stream from my micro server on a stream hosted on my micro server, and maybe on the Beedrin website.
Huh. That sounds nice.
This way, if Camup ever does bite the dust, I can say "fuck you, Mark Vaughn," and I'll just pay for like a Linode or instance or something, a few bucks a month.
I know where this Monday Night Live stream is gonna go. Here to YouTube.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm doing something here.
I mean, what do I got to lose?
I should technically be able to ship the laptop out tomorrow as long as UPS comes by. Or it'll be Thursday at the latest.
Yeah, no worries, Tim.
It's
probably gonna be just a spare for now because I still want to hang clean to my Windows 10. I'm not ready to give it up yet.
I work open to close Tuesday and Wednesday. So. So we'll just put Thursday for a ship date on here. Just
YouTube has the pride flag and the trans flag.
Yeah, they've been doing that. I think pretty sure they've been doing that all month.
I'm surprised they didn't chicken out and be scared of Trump. Oh no, we're doing DEI. Oh no, Trump is gonna sue us and we can't afford that. We're a multi-billion-dollar company with a full-time legal department to pay. I mean, come on. But that's right. I forgot. All the YouTube lawyers, they're doing battle to make sure Chrome doesn't get forced to be spun off. That's what they're busy doing.
Yep. Let me make sure I have all the information. Come on. Yep, 17 by 4, 12 by 3. Is that really in the package? That's a big box.
Oh, okay.
If I do move this show to YouTube at some point, I gotta set up moderators.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why you have such bad luck with this stuff. I don't know. Cox doesn't like Camup for some reason.
No, I guess not.
17. Oops.
I don't
You
know.
gotta kick it. Gotta kick its ass.
I don't know. The nice thing about this is the episode gets uploaded after it's done with live. So it's a better chance of people seeing it after. If they miss it.
Not that anyone's gonna watch a however many hour long video.
Well, you never know. You might be surprised.
Because right after it's live, it automatically gets uploaded. So
20.
I don't know. I guess I could.
The stream isn't really that important. Let's be honest, because most of us are just chatting here on YouTube anyway, Discord anyway. So
meow.
But I mean, it's nice. It's nice to have the stream because people can just go back and watch it.
But also, when else do you use your Camup channel? I mean, I don't pay what is it, $25 a month for nothing.
One,
I mean, I guess I could get back to music streams, like maybe do one stream a week or something.
One.
I just want to do this show on a different platform.
1, 2, 3. What are you counting, Art?
Because it would work.
Oh, I'm just again. I'm working on my project, and I'm a stickler for for the 3-sentence paragraphs here.
You do realize that a minimum paragraph is 5 sentences, right? To be grammatically correct, yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Very interesting.
You didn't know that. So that's you've got first sentence is like your subject, then you've got 3 supporting sentences, and then you've got your conclusionary sentence. Well, 3 to 4.
Very interesting. I will definitely have to. I'll definitely have to change that.
Except in my high school, one of my English teachers one time, she used to have us writing college level paragraphs, which is the 7 to 10 sentences. Oh. And I used to call them Miss Herman paragraphs because that's what her name was. Don't get me wrong, she was very good. I'm absolutely 100% not like knocking her teaching methods because I actually really liked her. She's a really good English teacher, and I learned a lot from her. And my favorite part about her class was one year she offered extra credit for every book that we read over the summer. And that was the summer that I was on a Harry Potter kick, and I read every single Harry Potter book in the entire over the summer.
Oh wow.
That's 7 books. Then I even snuck in a smaller book too. Yeah, I got like 8 extra credit points going into the year.
When it comes to Hardy Boys books, I've got at least 2 shelves full of them.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I just ordered the next batch of mine, but I'm thinking I'll probably take a break between once I finish the first 10, and just because my library card's getting a little bit dusty.
If you're getting, as I say, if you're getting Grafton and Dunlap series books, there, Brandon. You got to watch out. You have to keep in mind that there's 58 books in that series.
Well, I'm not. I don't know that I'll buy the whole thing.
Well,
I'm maybe slowly over time. Hard.
I mean, like I said, I've got UK. I've got several UK printings. But
I've learned with them is it's cheaper if you buy them on eBay because someone will sell it for like $20 cheaper. $30 cheaper than what Amazon has it for.
All right, I added BG Radio Network as a moderator on this channel.
Cool.
I'm sorry. What's a YouTube?
What's a YouTube?
It sounds like a.
Dude, is it a tube in the shape of a U?
Yes.
Oh my God! You sound like an old person. You sounded like an old person when you said that.
Well, what's a computer?
Oh man,
sir, let's get you back. Sir, let's get you back to your nursing. You'll be safe there, okay?
Nursing home. I remember when my grandfather was in a nursing home. used to visit him every day.
Oh,
how many people visit you?
I don't live in no nursing home, Sonny. Get off me.
Oh.
To add moderators, I did the and channel name.
cool. That's a new one.
Hey guys, look, I found the YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez. That's very interesting.
The YouTube. And hey, I took a call the other day. Microsoft called me. My computer had a virus.
Oh, no.
They wanted
my.
$300 to remove the virus, or they said my computer was gonna be locked down.
Oh God.
Sir, have you checked your bank account this morning?
Yeah, it's about $800 lighter in the retirement funds.
Oh,
Do you know why?
Lord.
I just assume my grandkids were using it for their college funds.
I think it was the Windows employee that took it.
No nonsense. I paid them $350 in iTunes gift cards.
How about
iTunes
that?
gift cards.
Brandon? Brandon,
What?
according to the I just looked it up here. It says, how many sentences is a paragraph? And it's saying here, a paragraph typically contains 3 to 5 or more
Well,
sentences.
this is AI we're talking about, which means it's dumber than a sack of bricks.
Well, I suppose so.
And remember, if you're talking to an Indian scammer, you should give them your bank account and routing number.
Yeah, and then I also got a call last month that I had a long lost cousin who got kidnapped in Nigeria. He needed $2,000 to pay a ransom, or they were going to kill him.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him. I sent the money, but I haven't heard from him since. It's very strange. I didn't even know this cousin existed.
Oh, it's one of those things, huh?
Let's see, how much is Lovely PayPal going to charge me to send it to my bank? $2.77. Thank you, PayPal. Thank you. The good lords of the late CEO Elon Musk for this fee. Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I didn't.
Oh, so are they rolling out a fee? It looks like they made a change too, because it auto signed me out, and there's a new page that I never seen before. So I think PayPal rolled out some changes.
There we go.
Oh, but do you know where Elon got the X domain from when he bought it after he bought Twitter?
I don't know where.
PayPal.
I'm not too
he
surprised.
bought the X domain when he was still CEO of PayPal, and he wanted to do this whole rename thing for PayPal, at least until the board of directors found this out, and then they probably laughed him. They probably fired him and then laughed him out of the building. Like, he wants to name it X. Get out. Just get out. Get out. And for some reason, PayPal has just been renewing that domain all those years and not doing anything with it. Do you think they even noticed the money left their bank account?
No. Anyway,
wouldn't it be ironic if PayPal was renewing the domain with PayPal?
Come on. Pain in the backside.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, they have to renew the domain. There was one point where Google forgot to renew their domain, and and somebody bought it.
You guys have... I looked it up before. Actually, if you want to look at it, there's a video on the Chilling Scares YouTube channel that mentions a site called Goggle.com.
Something tells me that'll never happen again. I got to imagine with something like Google that they just have just paid for lifetime rights to the name at this point.
Goggle turned out to be Goggle.com just turned out to be a malware site.
Well, you
Goggle.
do know, Art, that a lot of big companies like Google, they'll buy typo domains and just redirect them to prevent stuff like that from happening.
Yeah, because you don't want somebody going to a website and getting a virus.
If you want to, as I said, if you want to go check out, go type. Like I said, go to type something called.
Don't do it. We don't want a virus. Thank you very much,
Brandon. Goggle.com is down. It's been taken down. I was going to go look at that video from a YouTube video on about. He just mentions it because the guy called Chilling Scares has done a video, mentioned it in one of his videos.
Hey Tim.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say. So Tim, have you made sure you got your payment from PayPal.com?
Yes. By the way, Brandon, before you even decided to buy it, I had a feeling you were already. While I was packing it up already. It's already packed up and ready to be shipped. Label already on it now.
I'm mostly doing it just to help you out, Tim.
Yeah. Why? Well, why? Or did you? But you wanted it as well.
Well, I mean, it was a good deal for a laptop too, and maybe once the window, like basically once I'm forced to move on from Windows 10, I may turn that into the primary laptop.
Well, that is it has 11 on it now.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like I said, what I mean is the main goal right now, though, is just I'll just keep this one for right now. Main reason selling point there, Tim, is the Ethernet port, because I kind of get tired of having to use a USB to Ethernet.
Oh damn! And does your HP have Thunderbolt, USB-C Thunderbolt?
It's not Thunderbolt. That's an Apple term, but it's got USB-C.
No. Thunderbolt is Intel.
Hang on, guys. I gotta spend a penny.
I thought Thunderbolt is an Intel term.
I'm pretty sure Thunderbolt is like is just a proprietary Apple.
No. Thunderbolt is universal. Thunderbolt, you can run HDMI through it. You can look up a graphics card for Thunderbolt if you want to on a laptop. It's like you could get a dock and dock that thing. Thunderbolt's a lot different than regular USB-C.
I wouldn't know. I'll basically, for my USB-C port, I just have a USB to 4-port USB hub. Anyway, so.
Yeah, but it's just Thunderbolt can do 40 gigabits a second.
Wow, this stream has got 2 likes on it already.
Oh, I liked it.
I'm gonna go put a thumbs down on it.
You meanie.
Damn.
See how he treats me, Tim?
I'm the grumpy old troll who lived under the bridge.
And Brandon, having a secondary computer to learn Windows 11 on may not be so bad.
I mean, I've already had my backup computer was was also a Dell, but it's the huge form factor. Basically, but one of the last of the big boys, where it still had a disk drive in it and all that stuff. The thing weighs a ton, but I had it in a laptop bag, right? And I would whenever I was too lazy to take this one to school because I didn't want to unhook all of my adapters, I would take that one. And the straps on my laptop bag were they didn't live up to the job, and a couple times they would unclasp and one time it fell onto the sidewalk.
Oh.
And the laptop still worked, but let's just say the case cracked on it and the bezel kind of cracked a little bit, and so now you have to be very careful when you open and close it.
This Dell will be good, so turn around. It's very light.
Now, I've thought about repairing it, but it's not worth the parts because it's not a 11 compatible system. It's one generation shy of it. But it's a trooper, though.
I mean, that's a good thing.
It's actually got a replaceable keyboard, though.
Now,
But I've been planning to keep that thing around. Maybe turn it into a Linux machine.
Gotta put something else in here. Something's pissing me off.
Thing is, I'll probably Tim have to be swapping out the SSD though with the 1 terabyte I've got in this laptop.
Okay, so what I've got.
I've also been debating because for my Xbox One, it's been very slow to download games, and I think the HDD is just aging. So I kind of want to replace it with an SSD, but I don't know if it's worth the time or the effort.
maybe. I mean,
You're gonna get me started yawning soon, there, Tim.
Oops.
See if we can get this sorted out.
All right, Tim. If I ever build a custom computer, I'm gonna need you to help me source a bargain on these parts, since you seem to be good at it.
I mean, I can try.
Excuse me, by the way.
Now, look, in terms of RAM, I'm good. I'm covered. And network equipment, I'm definitely covered.
Oh, I know. You just need help picking out the parts. That I can help with.
I can research the parts, but
at least somebody will listen to me.
God, dang it!
Not a lot of people do.
But look, if the perks of working in an IT company, though, if I need an Ethernet cable, they just point to a bin. Yeah, go ahead. We got 10,000 of them.
Grab a handful.
I would say so.
Did I tell you, Tim, that I got some 8-port switches from work too for free?
Lucky you.
I mean, they're a little older, but one of them looks like it's still in production online, so it must not be that old. But yeah, I know. Well, it actually is, because it was sitting in a bin on the other side of our office for Lord knows how many years, collecting dust. See, Aaron, if you had a switch, you could hardwire your whole house.
I could.
What? My mother's home now.
But I don't know if my Ethernet even works, because I haven't even used it.
Well, there's one way to test it and find out.
Guys, I'm gonna say goodnight now, because like I said, my mother's home, and there are some other things I feel the need to do here. So like I said, thank you for including me.
And
I will
speak.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks again for including me, Aaron.
And Steven's gonna fall asleep right here on.
Excuse me, no. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare.
I will say, I picked a good spot for the new office, guys. My little corner has got perfect shade.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But hey, and then
not here.
Then there is there's a window on the other side of the room that has a nice, wonderful view of a crane and some barges. Yes, beautiful view.
I'm jealous. Damn.
Yeah, I said if anyone ever works that crane, we could just wave to them. You know, but and then I made a joke like, "Oh, what's that? You're having some trouble with your crane? Have you tried turning it off and back on again?" Oh, that didn't work? Well, sorry, that's all I got for you. I'm not a crane technician.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not. I don't know who gives a crane, but you know.
If you got any computers that are broken, then come talk to me.
Uh, I've just been binging the IT crap on Tubi.
Is it on Tubi now?
Yeah, it's on Tubi. I'm rewatching the whole entire series.
I've only really, I think I saw like someone posted like the first like 3 episodes on YouTube, but of course they were broken up into like 3-minute segments to try to get around the copyright stuff.
Oh damn! Yep, nope. It's completely free on Tubi right now.
Is it do they have a channel for that, or is it just like you have to like it's on demand?
It's on demand and Tubi's free. So.
Well, I know Tubi's free. I have it. It's bookmarked on my Raspberry Pi, and I use it whenever I want to watch like TV. Most of the time, I just use it to watch Deal or No Deal. Honestly.
But no, it's on Tubi. You should look it up when you get a chance.
Yeah, I should. There's a couple people in my job who aren't fans of that show, but we do the meme, of course.
I mean, it's because it's British comedy, so I get it.
We also it's also kind of dated now too. Let's be honest.
It is, but it's still I still enjoy it.
We also like to do a lot of office memes. At my job, like I made one for my workstation. That's just Michael going with his no, God no, and I put when someone calls for help with a printer, no, God no.
Oh, I know how to fix a printer. It's called a sledgehammer.
Accurate. And we had someone call today too. They got a crappy, like the world's crappiest HP printer that doesn't even have a screen of any kind on it. And they wanted us to install the software, which we did. And one of my colleagues picked it up. If it had been me, I would have been like, hey, just so you know, I expect this printer to live about 6 months, if I'm just being honest with you.
Yep, all I do is print labels, and I got tired of fighting my HP printer.
And also just so you know, don't call me to troubleshoot this thing because I ain't gonna do it. My answer to you is gonna be, take it, throw it in the dumpster, and buy something better. That's gonna be my answer.
Here's the thing with my crappy Walmart. I let it sit for months and not use it. I need to print a label. It doesn't print out. I have to take out the ink cartridge and clean it, and then after about 30 pages, I finally get a usable label.
Yeah, I do the same thing, and I've had to run mine through the. I basically will just keep running that ink cleaner, the Pretend Clean.
Yeah, until you run out of ink. And then you run out of ink, then you're like, So I went on Amazon and I bought a $33 label printer and it came with sticky labels and everything for $33. So it's like that's all I need. I don't need to print out photos and I just need labels.
Technically, you could just do any old printer for labels, though. If you're doing shipping, you could just use regular old tape.
Oh no, I know that, but it's a thermal print.
Are you printing receipts?
No, you can put receipt paper in it. I took a roll of receipt paper from work to see if it works, and it does. But like, it's just like a label print. It beats finding the HP printer every time. Label.
Yeah, there was one I had. Not the most recent. The most recent time I actually needed to use the printer, Tim. It actually worked well. There was one time about probably like the time before that, which probably would have been, probably like 9-10 months ago. This thing gets used like twice a year, Tim. It doesn't have to work very hard. And the one time I needed it to scan stuff in, and I had to fight with it for a fucking 45 minutes to get it to work because the HP's own crappy software stopped recognizing its own damn printer.
Damn.
So then I ripped that shit out and I put the older drivers in, and long and behold, the older software actually works. Amazing.
I remember label printers used to be expensive, like thermal printers, but they've got really cheap. I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, that's worth buying for that price.
Well, you know what they do the printer sales method, which is they sell the printer or the label maker really cheap, and then sell the labels for $30-40.
No, I got 250 labels for less than $7.
What do you use, like Avery?
Amazon.
Mm.
Amazon. It's some from Beretti. It's from Beretti. I don't know.
Some
For the
Chinese
printer.
brand.
Yep, because when I installed the drivers, they had Chinese lettering. Driver.
Oh, I'm sure. Don't worry, Tim. I'm sure the drivers didn't come with a free set of viruses or spyware in it.
I ran it through Virus Total.
Why did you hear? I heard a story one time. Did you ever heard of the company called Sabrent?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, they make like computer accessories, stuff like that. Mostly the one thing I bought from them was a USB to SATA cable. They make really good cables for that.
Yeah.
I read one time somehow there was a driver for one of their like USB hubs that actually, and this is by the way, drivers that come straight from the Sabrent website, right? That had malware mixed in with them. So apparently one of their vendors that in China or wherever the fuck they're making them sent them a driver pack with malware in it, and they didn't pick it up, and then they posted it to their own website.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
It's like, yeah, so if I can't get if I get a virus downloading the official drivers, where am I supposed to go to get drivers, Sabrent? And it was a very clever one too. What they did is, so in the package, right, you know how they have a whole bunch of weirdly worded named auto-generated file type names, right? And then they'll have like a setup.exe or something, right? So they had the legit setup.exe, right? But then they had another one that was similarly named, right? And what was even more clever about this one, apparently, if you ran the fake installer, right, it would actually, in fact, install the driver. So the product would work, so as not to arouse suspicion, of course. But while it's down installing those drivers, it's also installing a nice little side of malware. But apparently the way this worked is they were... so if you clicked on the fake install, the fake exe, right? What it would do is it would download and install the malware, and then it would run the legit installer right after it.
Oh, damn.
But you could also, if you knew which one to get, but they were named so similar it was hard to tell, if you had double-clicked on the legitimate installer instead, then there was no threat. But, like, if a technical user can't even figure out which one to run, is a layman's user going to know which one to run?
No.
But isn't that crazy? Like, I don't think I've ever heard of a similar story where, like, the legit drivers from the manufacturer website were infected with malware.
Yeah, I never really. That's just bad. I mean, I've heard it happen before though with other products, but it's hard to remember.
Like, you would think that in that case, like, the website would have been hacked or something, right? But no, it was just... They just didn't bother to double check their vendors.
Nah.
Apparently, they need to get better vendors.
I agree.
No big deal. They just stuck some malware into the driver pack. I'm sure they're a fully reputable enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they're not using child labor.
Oh, no, not at all. It's nice having my modem and router in my room. I can just monitor the lights on my modem.
I have mine in my room, but the problem, Tim, is, unlike you, my desk is not in my room. It's in my dining room.
Yes, everything's in my room though, which is very nice.
But what I need to do, I need to get 2 more Ethernet cables so I can set up this switch in there. And then what I want to do, I want to fiddle my first mission. I've got a few small projects that I'm going to do before I get to the main project. of trying to do this video server thing. My first project is to see if I can set up a VLAN on one of the ports. Because in order to do the video server, I have to open it up to the internet, right? I have to open up like my home network publicly, which obviously is a security risk. So you want to set up a VLAN that basically makes it so that that one port or that one port on the switch is the only thing that can communicate with the outside world, and it's isolated from the rest of the network. So even if that server gets compromised, nothing else is getting touched with it.
I mean, no, that makes sense. You just have to isolate it.
Now, this is why it's a project, Tim. I've never fucking made a VLAN. I mean, look, if I need help, I know some skilled IT technicians who do.
I mean, that's good at least.
But also, I've got 2 switches that I can just fuck around with for shits and giggles. So what's the worst that happens?
Oh yes, that's always a good thing to say. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Seriously, I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen on 2 old switches that I got for free?
I mean, nothing really, as long as you have storage in them.
So that's going to be the first project. Then the second project is going to be installing Debian on the server, because that I've actually never installed Debian directly. I imagine it's not that hard to do.
I don't know. I would not know.
And then the third project will actually be the video server portion itself, which seems fun. Which also will involve installing Apache or something along those lines for like a web server on it. And then I also have to like get like a SSL certificate encryption thing running too. So
Not really, but
yeah, look, to a nerd it's pretty fun. Well, maybe not your type of nerd. You're a hardware nerd, I'm a software nerd.
Stay, come here, phone. Time to go on Discord on my phone and lay in bed.
Tim's getting tired.
Oh yes, yes I am. I had a very busy day.
How many phones did you sell today?
Oh, I was off.
Oh, so you just had a busy day off then.
Yeah, cleaning up stuff in my room, washing sheets.
Oh, chores, yuck.
My bed, laundry. Mowing grass outside. On a riding lawnmower, at least.
Oh, what could go wrong there?
Nothing. I tuned it up, so it's good to go. Yeah. Mowing grass on a riding mower is nice and relaxing. You only really do that if you live where I do in the woods. I have a lot of land in the city, I guess.
I still got my YouTube, guys.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
YouTube.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let me go and kick this package in the side already to make sure it's ready for UPS. Let me give it a nice hard kick.
You gotta pre-beat test it.
I mean, it should be fine. That's a box from work, so it should be fine.
Look, Tim. If some of the laptops that have gotten shipped to us with 0 packaging have survived their trips, I think it'll be fine.
Oh, there's probably the packaging weighs more than the laptop, so that's how well I pack it. I know. I use a lot of packing material.
Oh, no, wait, that's right. I just remembered. So, yeah, that one time, Tim, that I was telling you about with the terrible packaging was literally it was like the world's thinnest box that was just enough to fit the computer, and someone had basically cut up a piece of paper into, like, confetti and just threw those in there. Like, that was going to soften the blows.
Oh, Lord. Let me put this up.
I could tell that Steven went to sleep already.
You know what hasn't gone to sleep in Steven's house?
What?
The ceiling fan. I don't think that thing ever sleeps.
I don't think so either.
I just think it goes on forever and ever
And
and
ever.
ever
And
and
ever.
ever
And
and
ever.
ever. It'll be in the middle of the winter and it's still going.
Still going. Still
Meanwhile,
going.
You know the last time that this fan got used? I don't even remember. It's got about there is, you guys probably don't know this, I have a ceiling fan right above me. It never gets used, but it's got like a layer of dust on it about yay thick.
You should dust it off.
Why? Then all the dust particles will be falling right where I sit on my computer, and then I'll be coughing up a lung. At least when it's up there, it ain't getting in my lungs.
Yeah.
Hey, I know, I got an idea, Aaron. You could come over here, you could dust it for me.
Yeah, I'll dust it for you. Yeah, sure. Then you're gonna bitch at me, be like, "You got it all over my computer, damn it!"
Oh no, I'll move the computer out of the way. I'll make sure I'm not home.
I'd be Brandon's maid.
Oh Lord.
Put you in the maid costume too.
Oh my God.
Can you picture Aaron in a maid dress?
No, I cannot. Oh no. No.
Did you just get that picture in your head?
Oh.
Oh.
I-
Tim's got that visual in his head now.
Anyone,
Aaron, I guess it's okay if you want to be in a maid outfit. I guess that's okay. We won't judge you.
remember Hitler being in a maid costume in like one of the movies? Oh, I think it was the movie Little Nicky.
Oh yes,
Where
yes,
where
yes.
where the guy gets shoved up freaking Hitler's ass.
I remember that. I love Little Nicky. That's a good movie.
One of Adam Sandler's best movies, in my opinion.
Everybody loves Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore. I don't know
That
why.
was a funny show.
It was good, but I don't get why they're making a second one.
The problem is they're making it for streaming only.
The problem is,
own
you know why they're
shit
making a
flicks.
second one? Because Hollywood has run out of good ideas.
You're not wrong.
All they've got now is just cheesy, half-baked remakes that they release on streaming only because they don't want to put any real budget behind it.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong there.
I mean, paying Adam Sandler is probably the entire budget, let's be honest.
Adam Sandler, all he does is Netflix content. That's where all good actors go to die, pretty much.
I'm trying to think also, what was the last thing that he did? What was that, like, Grown Ups 2, I think?
Oh, that's an old movie.
That's got it's got him in it, and oh god, who's that other kind of funny actor? The guy who's in Mall Cop.
Kevin James.
Yeah, Kevin James. Them two together are really funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Most definitely.
But I just remember, you know, what does Adam Sandler even do anymore? Like, back in the day, he was cranking out, what, like 7 movies a year? And now, you know, if you get one Adam Sandler movie a decade, that's a lot. Are you just, like, cashing in on all those movies he did back in, like, the 90s?
I don't know. He just walks around in basketball shorts in Hollywood. That's all he does.
It kind of reminds me of that one guy. I can't remember what his name is, but he's kind of like a young guy. He's been on SNL for a while. And now he did like one movie, and now he does like commercials and shit just from SNL.
Oh, really? Huh.
You have to look up what his name is. I don't think I saw the snippets for the movie. I didn't think it was very good. Not my cup of tea. But I heard the movie did decent. So
Yeah, I don't.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know their name. He's some like younger white guy. I know who you're
yeah,
talking.
I think. Oh, I think his name's Pete something.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson. That's it.
Pete Davis. I don't really care for him.
He did the King of Staten Island movie in 2020. That's the one I was thinking of. Not really my cup of tea.
Of course, I don't think Netflix pays Adam Sandler very well, anyways.
I try not to pay for streaming services. I only pay for Amazon Prime because I get a permanent discount, and I pay for Spotify.
Look, I only, you know how I got suckered into Amazon Prime? I got suckered in because I was gonna do a month of the video streaming and then cancel it just to say I suckered Amazon out, but then I forgot to cancel it in time, and I was like, fuck it, might as well just get the discount at this point.
I mean, I pay $7 a month, so.
Let's see. And he also Pete Davidson apparently did a movie called Dog Man recently. Never heard of it.
Nope.
Whatever. I mean, there were some good actors who did SNL back in the day, though. You had, obviously, Adam Sandler did it for a while.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's big one. I think, didn't Tom Hanks do SNL at one point, too?
I think so.
I think back in the day.
I remember, I think it was like during COVID or something. He did or maybe it was 2021, sometime after COVID, shortly after COVID. He did a guest monologue. No, it was around the COVID era because I remember he did it from his house. But he basically did like the monologue thing for them, like where he opened it. And he was basically like bald when he did it, and he was like, "Oh, it's for a movie. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing. I'm fine." Because he didn't want people to think he had like cancer or something.
And everybody talks about like the '90s SNL, like Chris Farley.
You know what? My biggest thing, what I missed from SNL was during the first Trump presidency, you had what's his face doing all the Trump impressions.
Yes. Hasn't Trump actually been on SNL?
I don't think not an actual.
Oh no, he's been on WWE. I know that.
You kidding me? He hates SNL. He despised those impressions.
Yeah, after Alec Baldwin did a lot of Trump impressions.
You know, I heard that Alec Baldwin was very happy when Trump lost in the election before this last one, because then he could finally stop doing those Trump impressions.
Now he's gonna have to go.
I don't think SNL brought him back. I don't know. Is like Alan Baldwin, like, is he in like the timeout list with Will Smith now?
I don't know.
Well, because you know what happened on that one, the movie set from Alec Baldwin's last movie, right? That he was also a partial director on.
Yeah.
With Rust.
Mm-hmm.
Where that that one actress died.
Yeah, Trump was on SNL in 2015. He actually was. Wow.
It must have been the worst SNL episode in history.
That long ago, huh?
Whoa, we can't be talking bad about Donald Trump. Come on now.
Oh, yes, we can. Fuck you, Donald.
Whoa.
Go take a long walk off a short pier.
You're being nice.
This is going on YouTube now.
Yes.
By the power invested in me by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Fuck you, Trump.
Oh, that's nice.
At least until SCOTUS finds a way to pretend that the First Amendment doesn't exist, too. Like what they did recently with that stupid, what's that, birthright citizenship thing? Oh, one judge can't, stop it. It's like, yeah, that's kind of what courts do. They put stops to things.
I'm gonna.
But it was just like, what? What were we saying?
Gonna remove Steven because apparently he's Mr. Sleepy.
But you know what I also find is funny, though? This is why I don't think that Trump even or his team actually were serious about this whole thing with the birthright citizenship, because when you ask them a question about how it's supposed to work, their answer is, we don't know. We didn't think that the SCOTUS would actually allow us to do this craziness. I mean, come on, it says right there in black and white in the Constitution, anyone born on U.S. soil is a U.S. citizen. It's literally written in black and white. What is there to interpret? The Founding Fathers left no interpretation when they wrote it with their feather pens onto the piece of paper.
There we go. Yes, exactly.
You know, what do you think the Founding Fathers would have done if computers were in existence back then?
I don't know. I mean, who knows, really? I mean, that's kind of hard to answer.
You know, I bet you instead of writing the Constitution down, they would have asked ChatGPT to do it for them.
No, they would just watch the TikTok video. I saw a 14-year-old girl be like, how do I run a country?
Running countries is hard.
Go to the mall instead.
In the words of our dictator in chief, who knew healthcare could be so complicated?
I don't know.
Everybody.
Who said that? Did Trump say that?
Yeah, during his first term. Who knew healthcare could be so complicated? That's what he said when they asked, you said you were going to roll back the Affordable Care Act and replace it with something better, even though you can never tell us what your better plan is. And then when he couldn't get that done, his response was, well, who knew healthcare could be so complicated? Everybody.
With a little arms waving.
Yeah. They say, you know what they tell me, right? They know what they tell me, that Donald Trump is the best person to ever walk on the face of the planet Earth. That's what they tell me. That's what they hear. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I'm the best person, so, I mean, I must be the best. There's nobody better on this earth than me.
I have people coming up to me on the streets that I totally walk on, and they tell me, Donald, you're the best person ever. You're such a good person, a good friend. I never met someone as good as you.
Oh, yes. They come up to Trump and they say, oh, Trump, here's $100 bill just for you. You're the best president in the world. Here you go. Here's $100.
Hey, I hear that all of the tenants of Trump's New York rental properties are all in the Donald Trump fan club.
I wonder why.
Because he kept up those buildings so well.
Oh, he did? Very nice. Not really, but...
do you find it funny that Trump moved out of New York after his first term there? It's almost like he was very unpopular or something.
I don't know why. I can't put a finger on it. Oh. I will, when a hurricane comes to Florida, I will use myself as a barricade. Trump's golf
I know.
resort.
Look. No, Tim. And then what they're gonna do for you, right? To render aid, they're gonna deliver you lots and lots of water. Lots and lots of water. We're delivering so much water. They tell me no president has ever delivered more water than I have.
I would be so grateful for it. It's
then,
right from Donald Trump.
It's like, and then like the time that was after like Puerto Rico got hit that one time, and he didn't even know that Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory, and then he had to pretend like he knew, and that he cared so deeply about Puerto Rico that he didn't even know about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's like, it's like, all the folks in Puerto Rico, they got hit with a hurricane. Oh, well, sucks to be them. We're only concerned about America. And then his advisor probably went, sir, Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory. Never mind. I love Puerto Rico. People tell me there has never been someone who loved Puerto Rico more than me.
Yes. I love Puerto Ricans. They're the best. I mean,
I don't know when they're going to be the 51st state, but they need to hurry up.
Now, if you ask me where Puerto Rico is, I couldn't tell you that, but I can tell you I love visiting there.
You should know where Puerto Rico is. It's actually, I believe, Florida's the closest state to it.
I thought Puerto Rico was in the U.S. attached to the U.S. land. My mistake. I am the smartest man in the world, so they must be telling me Puerto Rico is in the wrong spot. I know where it's at. It's in the middle of the United States.
Though technically speaking, you guys are closer to Cuba than Puerto Rico.
Yes, I know, and Cuba's a dictatorship. So.
Hey, I'll have you know that the Cuban leadership cares very deeply about its people. That's why they've banned all internet access. So that they can't see how horrible the rest of the world is.
One of my Cuban coworkers recently went to Cuba.
And they actually let him back out after he was done?
Yes, because he's a U.S. citizen.
When has that ever stopped the Cubans?
I don't know how it works. I know Americans aren't allowed to go over there, I don't think. Just
remember though, when those poor souls in Guantanamo Bay are being tortured, the US has nothing to do with that. That's all the Cubans.
Yes. Fun fact, the Cuban person I'm talking about, he's a young, 18-year-old, 19-year-old guy. He has a girlfriend. He has a girl in Cuba that he's known all his life. I think it's his girlfriend now. And they text through WhatsApp, so they do have internet in Cuba.
Wait, what is this guy's role?
He's just an employee.
Look, they probably do have internet access, but you have to probably be in the president's good graces to get internet.
Oh, and no, he told me they only get internet maybe for an hour a day.
Sounds about right. But I heard though that they have banned things like Netflix though.
And 10-minute spans each though for an hour a day.
I was watching a YouTube video that they basically someone over there has created a black market Netflix, but it uses flash drives. So they basically pirate the videos and stuff, and then they'll put it on a big flash drive, and you can rent the flash drive.
I mean, that's nice. That's not bad.
It's totally not against Cuban law, and you totally wouldn't get decades in prison if caught with this flash drive.
I mean, how else are you going to get movies and such? Nothing's imported. Nothing's exported out of Cuba.
Look, you're just supposed to watch that Cuban propaganda network.
Fine. No. Cuba isn't as bad as North Korea. It's not like that. Oh, they're just a very poor country.
Well, they're not as bad because they've tried to suck up to the U.S. And at one point, the relations were getting better. We even reopened our embassy. And then things kind of went south again.
Yeah.
But then I think it turned out that someone had put some weird, like, device outside of the Cuban embassy that basically would emit, like, a high-frequency noise. But it wasn't one that was audible to the ear, but it would cause hearing damage. So it's like high enough pitch to cause hearing damage, but actually not an audible level of high noise. And they found that a lot of embassy workers were suddenly having this hearing loss problem, and then they discovered this device outside of there, and then that's when they closed the embassy again. Because, of course, they couldn't be sure that the Cubans weren't involved. Of course, Cuban government denied anything, but what else are they going to say? Yeah, we did it. Uh-huh.
No. We also have an older Cuban woman that works for us, but she said she'll never go back to Cuba. She never wants to.
Why the fuck would you want to go to Cuba?
I don't know. The boy's father wanted to go back for some reason to visit family.
Just buy him a ticket. They can come visit you.
No, they can't. Once you leave, I think that's it. Like, then you have to get your U.S. citizenship, I'm pretty sure.
No. Haven't you heard? There's no more citizenships. There's just deportations.
Oh, just like what? Did you hear about what they're building down in the Florida Everglades?
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear what Governor the idiot is up to now.
They're building them basically an illegal concentration camp for illegals.
Oh, that sounds about right under the Trump administration.
And they said they can get out and run if they want to, but they won't get far because they'll get killed by alligators.
You know what that kind of reminds me of?
Alligators.
You ever seen the movie? Oh God, what's it called? I think it's just called Holes. The movie Holes.
Yes.
About that kid who gets sent to like some kind of weird camp in the middle of a desert, and you just have to dig holes all day, and it turns out that the whole operation is just a scheme to find this lady's long lost lipstick or some shit.
Yes, I remember.
And the guy who's just called Mr. Sir because they couldn't even be bothered to give him a proper name for some reason.
It's a Disney movie. I mean, what do you expect?
I'm pretty sure it's based off of a book, though. So,
it is.
He was called Mr. Sir in the book. It's probably just the guy didn't want to give his name because we know what kind of an illegal piece of crap he was in the end. But yeah, I just remember, yeah, you want to run? Go ahead and run. We got the only water source for 50 miles.
Oh yeah,
they thought.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and run. If you don't die of thirst, you'll probably get eaten by iguanas.
Huh.
Piranhas, sorry, or whatever it is. No, it's iguanas. Because piranhas are in water.
Yeah. That's crazy about to think that we're going to have a real camp like that for illegal immigrants.
I mean, does that really surprise you that that'd be something Trump would do, though?
No.
Nothing surprises me with that, man. Look, if Trump goes a week without saying something crazy, I'm saying, what the fuck is wrong with Trump this week?
Well, you're not wrong.
I'm waiting for Trump to try to deport me back to Jersey from Jersey. Gotta deport him. We gotta deport him back to Elizabeth. Where were you born, Tim?
What?
Where were you born at? Were you born in Florida?
Yep. The same city where I live now.
So they'd have to deport you from your city to your city.
Well, I'm born and raised on the same property, so I don't know what they're going to deport me to.
They're going to deport you from one side of the house to the other.
Pretty much.
Just to justify ICE's existence.
And I think we've lived on this property, I think, since 1999 or 2000.
Papers, please.
Oh Lord.
It's a crazy world we live in, and yet people, for some reason, thought that that guy was what was going to be good for America. I guess they didn't learn their lesson the first go around. They must be like Dory. They have short-term memory loss.
It makes sense. Well, I'm getting very sleepy. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Tim.
Good night, Tim. And then there were two.
We should probably wrap up then.
Damn, it's an early end tonight.
Look, I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet, okay?
You haven't had dinner yet?
No.
Man, this show actually went well after moving it to YouTube.
The YouTube? The YouTube?
I think I should try this.
You should keep it on Camup, though. You know, it's just this week. Or whatever. I don't know what's going on there with your connection tonight with it.
It was frustrating. It was just frustrating.
Watch, I'll go to do the gaming stream tomorrow and it'll be like nothing. Assuming the CPU doesn't try to cook itself again this week. We'll see.
Well, your CPU has been trying to cook itself?
Oh, last week we were in the middle of that heat wave. And the one of the cores in the CPU reached 98 degrees Celsius.
What, Tigger?
Tigger! What, does Tigger want a treat?
Tigger! What are you doing? I see you.
Turn the cam.
I see him peeking around there.
What's he doing?
You can't really see him.
He disappeared.
Tigger, come here. No, he's just like...
He's like, where do I want to go to sleep tonight?
Yeah, you can see my LED on my laptop. It's more noticeable on the camera than it is in real life.
I bet Tigger's like, ooh, this will make a great bed.
And he just walks off. He just walks away.
Yeah. You know, Tigger, he's been, sometimes he's more mellow and sometimes he's more cranky, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was that one time he let you hold him for like 5 minutes and didn't even hiss once.
And then there are other times where he...
You look at him the wrong way and he's ready to hiss it.
Tigger! He's looking at me like, why are you calling me?
Tigger!
Our
want a treat?
Our total views tonight was 16 views once it's all racked up.
Oh, I'm sure 14 of those were bots.
One of them, maybe one or two, were probably Robin or Tim.
I'm still in the Camup room. I never closed the tab.
How dare you?
Like I said, I don't know what's a YouTube. I
You-
found a YouTube.
You use YouTube every day.
I don't know what a YouTube is. I'm lucky I know how to turn my computer on, Sonny.
Funny how you don't know what a YouTube is and you use YouTube every day.
I already told you, Sonny. I found the YouTube.
Yeah, them severed fried dorks. I don't know why. why they made themselves known tonight.
Why, Aaron? I saw a meme one time. I don't know if it's based on a true story where a kid asked their grandparents for an iPad. So they went to the store and they bought them a literal iPad. Kid made a meme. Says, "Gee, Grandma, thanks for the iPad."
Thanks for the iPad, Grandma.
She was probably like, "I don't know why you want an iPad for, but here you go. It was $2 at Walgreens."
We were supposed to talk about the last day of Pride Month tonight, but... What?
Meow.
Fucking cat, I tell you.
Tigger says, "Happy Pride Month."
He was like... I swear.
Stop talking. He's like, "Stop talking into that cylinder and give me attention."
You want attention? Come here. Come here, Tigger. Why are you all the way over there? You should be coming over here. Come here. He's like all the way over by the door, and he's like
he's trying to decide whether it's worth his time.
Brandon's waving his pride flag.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that.
I don't even got one yet. Which I probably will soon. It's just that wall is bare.
The lady at the Pride thing that I got this from, she had like a whole stack of them. Like I took one from her out of pity because she literally had like a whole stack of like 50 of them in her hand, and it was near the end of the event there. I was like, "You look like you really want to give away some of these. Here, take them all if you want."
Yeah, that would be cool if she gave them all to you.
Yeah, then I could have sent 50 of them to your house.
Be like, "There's your pride flags."
Pride flag in every inch of the studio.
Be like, "There's your pride flag."
Oh, you know what would be a cool idea, Aaron?
What?
If you got a big one and you strung it up with string from the ceiling, and then you just in the background, all you see is the pride flag.
I was thinking about that, but I got so much wall space below that shelf that I could just hang one.
I actually could have you know what, I should do that next year. I thought about doing it this year. I actually could hang a pride flag behind me.
Yeah.
There is some of those like command strips. There's 3 command strips up there.
Yeah.
That were there before I got here. That are still going strong, by the way.
Wow.
That's what do you think I used to hang the Christmas lights up there, Aaron? You think I'm doing all that work of hanging them up? No. I used a command strip someone else already did.
Are you going to hang your Christmas lights again this year?
Yeah, in November or December.
Guess what? My parents are going camping for Christmas.
Oh.
Guess who gets the
They're
house?
like, we don't want to spend Christmas with Aaron. We want to spend it out in the woods.
I get my Christmas early.
I think you should go on a camping trip with them one day. Sounds like it'd be fun.
I'm not much of a camping person.
You'll be like, internet. Don't have internet.
Now, if we had like Starlink, yeah, I could do a show from a campground.
That kind of defeats the whole point of camping.
For me, it's a luxury.
No, look, you're supposed to roast marshmallows around a campfire, man.
You wouldn't go camping, would you?
Yeah, maybe once I'd do it. look, on contrary to popular belief, Aaron, there are other things I can do other than computers. Doesn't happen very often. But see, I also do use these things called books. They have physical words printed on them. They work without internet.
Oh, it's not like I've seen a book before. I got this big thing right here.
If you actually read that whole thing, come on now.
I read most of it.
Most only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
It's a heavy fucking book. Jeez.
That looks like a college textbook right there.
Well, no, it's got like a lot of history about John Lennon in here and the Beatles and a lot of stuff.
I've been thinking about buying a Knight Rider box set DVD. You can get the whole series for $20.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. See, Aaron, I do physical media just where it makes sense.
I got Star Wars DVDs behind me.
Look, Aaron, I have a whole... You say I don't do physical media. I should send you a picture of my DVD bin that is overflowing. With DVDs I don't watch that often, but I still have them. And they're organized, too.
Your DVD bin?
Yeah, I have a DVD bin.
Let's see how many more DVDs you get before the year is out.
Why? I've been stocking up on my book collection over here, Aaron.
You collect movies, I collect music.
Well, right now I'm collecting books, actually. You know why I start taking up reading again, right? Because that's how I'm going to stay out of the old folks' home.
I pretty much stay out of the old folks' home. What do you...
Oh, no, you're going to be like... They already have a room in reserve, pretty sure.
Oh, shut up.
I think I heard that what's your town called again? El
Mirage.
Something. El Mirage, yeah, that's it. At the El Mirage nursing home, they've got a bed that just got a nameplate on it, Aaron.
You asshole. I'm far from that, to be honest. I'll wait till I'm like in my 70s and 80s, if I ever get that far.
But see, Aaron, like I said, you say I'm against physical media. I'm all for physical media when there's a mode that makes sense for it.
Hey, I just collect music on physical media. Why? Because I like the artwork. The booklet that comes with it.
You do know why DVD still makes sense, though, right? Because you can't always find stuff on streaming, number one. Number two, if you do, you're paying, like, usually more than what it's worth for the movie. And two, or three rather, I don't know. I'm tired. I can't keep track of them.
I could get an entire box set of Friends at the Goodwill for $1 or $2.
So, like, for instance, YouTube, right? If I wanted to watch Knight Rider, YouTube or Amazon Prime will let me rent an episode or buy an episode, quote unquote, buy, for $1.99 a pop. Do you know how much that would cost to do every episode?
How much?
I don't know. I don't know how many episodes there are.
Well, but YouTube is very slim.
It'd be less than $20. It'd be a lot more than $20. That's for sure.
Well, if you get the if you watch the stuff for free like I do on YouTube, you know, I do tend
Not
to...
everything is available that way, though.
Well, Knight Rider was available once for free on YouTube.
I remember of just a few years back, that box set was still worth like $50. It's come down to like $20 now. And it was a big, huge thing with multiple discs. This thing looks like they got it all on one disc.
When I do want to start collecting DVDs again, I'm going to hit up the thrift stores because that's the best place to get
until
those.
you got a disc that's a dud.
Well, a chance of a disc being a dud is
pretty high.
Well, yeah, pretty high, but it's also very slim because depending on...
Those two can't be true at the same time.
It also depends on who took care of the disc.
Yeah, and do you think the Goodwill is over there vetting the how good people took care of their DVDs?
Even CDs are a crapshoot too, because
you get one little scratch and it's game over.
Well, technically,
like that Need for Speed game that came to me broken.
Well, technically, a CD is still pretty. Should I say? I guess.
Outdated? Yes, we know.
No, not that. It's just, I guess it's more prone for not fucking up.
Well, again, Aaron, you do know the number one reason why streaming music has become king, right?
You know I don't like streaming music, right?
Yeah, you know that you can't fit a plastic disc that's fatter than this phone and play it on this phone.
Have you heard of MP3 files?
Yeah, but also, let's be fucking honest, Aaron. Who wants to rip all the CDs, and then they got to plug the phone into the computer, and then they've got to transfer the files on there. And by the way, then you're using up precious memory storage space, which is a premium these days. And then, you got to do all of it. Or I could download one app, push two buttons, and have any song I want pretty much on here.
That's because phones don't have 1 terabyte storage yet.
We're still years off from that. But even if they did, that's still, you have all those extra steps that you have to do, and that's not worth it.
The day a phone gets 1 terabyte of storage, then you can put whatever the fuck you want on it.
Look, Aaron, people just they want to push a button on their phone, they want to link up their Bluetooth earbuds, and they just want to listen to music. They don't want to be fucking around with ripping CDs. They don't want to be fucking around with transferring files. They just want to do the following steps here. Let's see. As soon as I can, the fingerprint has failed me this time. Yeah, they want to go here. They want to hit the little Spotify or their Apple Music. Why am I not signed in, Spotify? What's wrong with you?
Spotify failed you.
Hold on. Not really. All right, there we go. Now all I gotta do, click on a playlist, and then you see this little button here. It's a play button. Bingo. And it'll even shuffle it for you. Oh, look at that. Last day of Pride Month, and it picked a queer artist, too. I did not plan that. It did that by itself. Spotify knows. Spotify knows.
Spotify knows.
Besides, also at the end of the year, Aaron, Spotify takes all that data it's been spying on me from and compiles it into a list so I can see what I listen to the most. Can your CDs do that?
Yeah. Who's this?
So-
Who's this Andrew character? Bet you it's Twilight.
Wouldn't know. But yeah, did you see how quick it was?
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't in the time that it took for me to play that song, Aaron, the CD would still be trying to rip if you could even get it the software to start ripping in that time frame.
Yeah.
So it just makes plus these days, Aaron, a lot of cars use streaming for the radio. So, you know, that's just the way the world is these days.
My dad uses Sirius XM for his stuff. He doesn't stream on Spotify at all. He does Pandora.
Pandora though sucks because you can do radio, like you can do like artist radio and stuff, or like genre radio, but you can't pick the specific song that you want to play.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is the fun in that? So that's why I do streaming where it makes sense, and then I do physical media where that makes sense. And personally, I don't think streaming music makes physical media for music makes much sense anymore when you've got so many more convenient ways to do it. And most of the time music is just background music.
Andy's in the YouTube chat. He says Brandon has a haircut, I see.
Yeah, when are you going to come tune into my shows there, Mr. Andrew? I've got a bone to pick with you, mister. Bloody hell.
He's boycotting BGRN.
Oh, is that so? Well, you know what I have to say to that?
What have you done to me, you fucking bitch?
Go fuck yourself, Guppy!
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Boycott DTR.
Twilight FM.
Dirty
Twilight
Talk Radio.
FM. Boycott Twilight FM.
God.
You know what I should do?
What?
I should take two recordings and an old Twilight jingle he made, and I should take the boycott that he says in the boycott DTR jingle, and I should use Audacity to combine the two together so it says boycott Twilight FM, but it'll be Andy saying it.
Watch him say, "You fucking asshole."
Boycott my shows, let me tell you.
No, Andy would say, "Fuck off."
You know, Andy, we had a deal that you would tune in if I got you that pride flag. Well, where the hell have you been, sir?
Oh, so that
yeah.
was the agreement, huh?
That was part of it. Yeah, I was trying to bribe him back to the good side of the web over here.
But then he ends up boycotting BGRN.
Yeah, well, I see. Evidently, you know, knowing a guy for so many years means nothing anymore, apparently.
I never boycott any shows, and I'm part of BGRN.
He'd rather go hang out with the tarts on Vaughn Live.
See, I never boycott any shows. I don't
rather go hang out with the Martin.
I don't feel the need to boycott any shows. Of course, if I boycotted BGRN, I'd be kicked from the network, so.
I've only fired you how many times?
Way too many to count.
I should start it. I should put it on your DJ bio page on the BGRN website. Aaron gets fired counter.
You always end up hiring me back anyways.
It's just like it'll be that counter will be like the one you see for the U.S. national debt, where it just constantly spins forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
It's like you always hire me back anyways. You can't get rid of me.
Hey, Aaron. You're fired! Duh.
Oh, damn. He just fired me.
Okay, you're hired again.
We know Andy is watching, so...
That's okay, I'll just remember that the next time that Andy wants people to come to his show. I'll just remember. I'll remember.
Yeah, and also me and Brandon are getting along better now, too.
Andy's just acting real pissy and moany because I don't watch any streams on Vaughn Live except for like once a year when the Camup servers like actually do take a dump and we have to work off of a backup. Then it's the only time that I do that. But the otherwise, I don't tune into anybody's stream on Vaughn like at all. It's not like I'm explicitly picking on Andy's show. I just don't watch any of them.
Yeah, same thing goes with Tom because we don't really watch streams on other sites. Now, if they were on Camup,
well, it's also like, when do I have the time? There's a show on BGRN almost every single day. When the fuck do I have time to go visit other sites?
I mean, you have my show, you have Art's show, you have Josh's show.
I mean, if you count this show, there's basically something going on all 7 days of the week. It's the only day of the week that doesn't have a BGRN show.
God, eventually this show might have to move to BGRN to take place of story time. Be like, oh, let's add another thing to BGRN. We'll pretty much do a show every day of the week.
That's right. No rest for BGRN staff. They'll work you to the bone. Got to get my money's worth.
Then there'll be 3 shows on BGRN that I do.
Hey, look, I got to get your paycheck's worth out of you somehow.
Boycott Twilight FM.
I should work on that. Do you think I should work on that jingle on Sunday?
Yeah, work on it on Sunday.
Dust off the old Audacity. I'm sure it'll yell at me that it has 10,000 updates to do. I haven't opened it in months.
I think the last update I did for Audacity was last week.
I want to make more jingles too. I also want to do I also record the live version of My December that they did with Emily, because I personally find her version better than Chester's version.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the few songs of the Chester era where I think she does it way, way better.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you could probably audio record it live if they do it.
Well, I don't think they're going to do it in the tour now. They kind of, remember early on, they only had a couple songs from the album in the live shows. They had Heavy as the Crown, maybe Overflow, and Emptiness Machine. You got to remember when they first started doing these shows here, and the album wasn't even out yet, so the only one they could do was the Emptiness Machine.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then they just, as they've kept releasing singles that get popular, they just erase another old song from it and add that on there. But My December was one they did, but that one got scratched off. I mean, it was kind of probably a seasonal thing for the holidays anyway. But I
think My December, isn't that off of One More Light?
No. My December was that was one of those ones that was actually off of Hybrid Theory, actually. But it was off of the I think it was off of the EP version or the deluxe edition or something.
It's an old tune.
Yeah. Yeah, but like the Chester version, like I really can't even understand half the words he says.
The Emily version makes sense though.
Well, no, but she sings it so beautifully. Like the Chester version is just a screaming tune, right? Which doesn't really work in my opinion. She took it and turned it into just a straight up singing melody, and she was like looking like she was ready to cry up there singing it, so she got really into it.
You know what? They should re-record it.
I'd be down for that. I don't think they will, though. I really think they're trying to stay away from re-record. I imagine eventually they're going to release a live album from the From Zero tour, and that'll be our records for the songs. But I don't think that they'll actually do a full re-release with Emily of the songs. Maybe at some point, but like they're so busy releasing new stuff, they don't have time for that. Plus, also, you know, they don't want to like make it seem like they're trying to get rid of Chester's like legacy over here.
Oh boy, when they release another album with Emily, the so-called hateful fans are gonna be out in full force again.
I mean, what are they gonna do? I mean, last time I checked, dead people can't sing, so.
And From Zero is only the beginning.
Yeah, but it was actually a perfect name. They named the album because it's like they're starting from zero again, and also if you didn't know that apparently Zero was like an original name of the band before they were like actually a thing.
And if they do another album, guess who's gonna buy it? Me.
I'll stick to the Spotify. Look, I've supported them. Okay, they've got my merch money. They got my concert ticket money. What more do they want from me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm really curious about though, is if Emily's popularity with being in Linkin Park now, if that'll like help Dead Sarah become more relevant.
I don't know if it would, because
I actually like some of her Dead Sarah music better than some of the Linkin Park screamo tunes, to be honest.
I think as far as Dead Sarah is concerned, I probably don't see it ever being as popular as Linkin Park.
Now, here's also the other thing, right? I mean, she says, right, she's going to continue to work and do the Dead Sarah stuff in between the tours, but when the hell is she going to have time? Like, doing stuff at Linkin Park is a full-time job by itself.
I know, this is like...
And the Linkin Park train isn't going to be stopping anytime soon. I mean, they keep expanding the tour. They've already added tours into next year already, so, I mean, when are they going to do this tour? The only way that they're going to get a Dead Sarah tour in is if they get Emily to do the Dead Sarah tour as a warm-up for Linkin Park. Then she can kill two birds in one stone, but she'll probably be very tired after she's done.
Yeah,
I think they should do that. I vote. I think they should do that for one show.
One show. Here's what I'm thinking. I almost think that Dead Sarah is going to disband because Linkin Park is bigger than...
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think Dead Sarah, right? Dead Sarah was kind of like her baby.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the band that she was with for a long time. So, obviously Linkin Park's going to take up like 99% of her focus.
But you also got to understand, too, the more she gets further into Linkin Park, the less likely a Dead Sarah tour is going to happen.
Chester Bennington also tried to divide his time between Linkin Park and another band. And he was only able to do the other band for like a year before the Linkin Park schedule was just too much for him to balance both of them together. Because, I mean, Linkin Park is like so big, it's a full-time job.
And eventually it's going to get even more for her because she's going to have to give up Dead Sarah at some point.
I don't know if she'll give it up. Maybe, I mean, think about it, they'll probably still release studio stuff, at least. Because... think about it. I mean, I imagine it doesn't take that much time to do studio stuff in the background. I mean, she can do that, you know, during the short hiatuses they have in the schedule for the shows. You can do that. I'm sure between the 2025 leg of the tour and that 2026 leg of the tour, there will be a extended hiatus. Just because they've already been on tour almost a year already.
Which is good for them.
Yeah, but I mean, I imagine she could sneak in. They could definitely get a Dead Sarah album in there. The question is touring, which takes up more time. And also, I said it's one of those things. But here's the other thing, though, right? So, like, Dead Sarah, my understanding from the last album they had to basically crowdfund it.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't even get a record deal to actually have them funded. Well, something tells me they won't have that problem anymore.
Probably won't.
Something tells me being the lead singer at Linkin Park will kind of help out with getting a record deal.
Well, they might even get a record deal over at Warner because Linkin Park is on the Warner label.
Well, you got to think, this is the type of thing, right, where Dead Sarah can only benefit from the Linkin Park connection here, because if people become fans of Emily, right, they're going to want to probably listen to other work she's done. So then, which is how I've discovered Dead Sarah, was I never even fucking heard of them until she became part of the band. I imagine there were plenty of fans who were exactly the same way. And then even after I heard of it, I never really anything, because I thought it was just like a screamo band. But then I actually went to listen to that. The first song I listened to from Dead Sarah, I believe, was that Anybody song.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think there was. No, it was the Anybody song, which was actually a really, it's a really, really good song. And I was like, oh my god, is this what I've been missing out on?
The acoustic version is more stripped down and more mellow.
Absolutely anybody. No, wait, that's a different song.
So yeah, it's more the acoustic version I notice is more stripped down and mellow than what they normally play on their album.
But don't you think it would be kind of cool? Like, there's two ways they could do this. Imagine either like Dead Sarah coming on to like basically like perform a song with Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Right? Like that wouldn't be that hard to do, right? You get feature artists to come in and help out sometimes with performances.
Yeah.
But also, maybe you get one show just once, because I know this would probably be very exhausting. You get one show where you get a short Dead Sarah show, and then you like the quick hits from them.
Yeah.
Which isn't many, let's be honest. And then you move on into the Linkin Park show. But then it's like, all right, opening up the show tonight is Dead Sarah with Emily Armstrong. All right, now on to our headliner, Linkin Park. And, oh, yeah, look, also Emily Armstrong. Hope you like Emily.
chances are that probably won't happen. But it's nice, though, to think about it.
It probably would be fun, though. I mean, hell, Emily's already going to be in the building anyway. Why the hell, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they can even have fun with it. You know, you just have Mike come in and join in for the opening act for a song.
Was a good show tonight, other than the Camup crap.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go have dinner. So, good show tonight.
Yeah.
My head off. Andy, get your butt into my shows on Saturdays, Mister.
Yeah, he better get his ass in your show on Saturdays.
That's right. You get your butt in my shows, Mister.
I always make it to your shows.
I don't care if you're working. It's a lame excuse. Can listen to it while you stock the freezers at Tesco. I don't care.
Knowing him, he's boycotting BTRN.
I'll show. He wants a boycott. I'll show him a boycott. All right.
Anyways, you are the weakest link.
No, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. It was a good show tonight. I did this show on YouTube. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, I will see you all on BGRN on Wednesday. Gaming with Brandon is tomorrow on the other site, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. Have a good night, everyone, and I will see you all next week for another episode of Monday Night Live.